Good morning. Thank you for joining us here today as we embark on yet another initiative aimed on capitalizing on the tremendous opportunities presented by the U.S. Virgin Islands strategic location, particularly the development of our blue economy here on St. Croix. Yesterday, we had the launch of Department of Education's first two major projects in St. Thomas with the rebuild of the Charlotte Mali High School and the Bertha C. Bushelta renovation. It was very well attended. Very people are all excited about it. We also are celebrating the launch and the continuous wins for USVI rebuild, which is $8 billion worth of contracts. We now have actually awarded the project management piece of that. One of the $1 billion contracts is just about to be awarded. And then we also have, actually was awarded already for the rebuild of, I think, 6 St. Thomas schools. And we have the one for St. John that's supposed to be going out presently if it's not out already. So a lot of excitement around recovery infrastructure in those projects. But the thing is, what happens after all of that? Excuse me, after all that federal money is done? How do we create sustainability? What is beyond all of the construction projects and everything that will ensue? See, from the very beginning of my administration, I've emphasized the importance of harnessing the potential of not only our maritime resources, but also our Caribbean resources. In my first address, I mentioned, for too long we have governed with our backs to the water. Today's signing of this memorandum of understanding is just one more step forward in ensuring that we turn toward the water and take full advantage of the economic benefits that lie within our reach. Today's partnership with Connect Carib, a subsidiary of Plion Group of Barbados, represents a major move in strategy to grow the territory's blue economy and tap into the vast transshipment opportunities that exist in this region. Through this MOU, we're launching a lot of things, but I want you to recognize the significance of what we have here. We have government leadership connecting with CARICOM and other Caribbean islands. As you know, I've been making a lot of moves, introducing ourselves to our Eastern Caribbean partners. But you also have the private sector interconnecting. Later on today at Government House, we will be having the openings cocktail for the South Shore Investor Trade Roundtable. Why is this significant? Because this is just another piece of putting together the future of St. Croix and essentially the future of the Virgin Islands. The real economic growth that's left to be seen is on the Big Island. We've been saying this for years, but now we have pieces coming together. We have a refinery owner that really has a broad outlook on what we could do with the property, including refining. We have the South Shore Free Trade Zone economic policy piece that is in place, which looks at how do we import products, add value to them, and export them. We have the Renaissance Group that is looking at the sale of that property, and we're working with them hand in glove to make sure that we facilitate it in a way that promotes economic growth. And then we have this MOU going on today, which is really the first major move in terms of developing that area and seeking to form trade alliances with our Caribbean partners. Big day, huge day. I really want to thank Anthony Weeks for the work that he has done on this. He has been working at this for quite some time. And the conversation has been around for quite some time. But we now have access to the investors that want to look at these properties, want to look at St. Croix as a worthy investment for the future. Adding to that, the things that we're doing around energy to support the pieces, especially on St. Croix in terms of manufacturing and value-added products. We are also making a lot of other moves in terms of bringing the Caribbean closer together, whether that be our work with CTO and working to find ways to connect the Caribbean through ferries, through air, and through direct flights. The growth of the Caribbean as a region is all tied together. And we want to be the center of that initiative. So I want to thank my partners that came out today for the signing of this MOU, because there's some effective business, what we will say, foundations that will be set here, not only for the Pleon Group and Connect Carib, but also for the rest of the Caribbean that is watching to see what is going on. What will this allow us to do? More business on business, business to business dealings, more communication with our business people in the Caribbean, and absolutely coming together to go to Washington and promote the Caribbean as an economic initiative on a whole to the nation. One of the things that we've been trying to do is to create an economic initiative for the Caribbean through both the Trump administration and the Biden administration. And this partnership helps us puts us closer to that. In the Caribbean, the Virgin Islands is often isolated. It's not a part of what is going on. But there's so much that this MOU is going to allow us to do together, whether it's manufacturing, agriculture, energy, education and training, even healthcare, workforce development, which we are huge on now. We have so much work to do. But direct investment in our economy with the people of the Caribbean is so important. Lastly, I want to say, I think what is important about this is the development of homegrown enterprises. You know, the people that raised me and the people that laid the groundwork for who we are today develop a middle class economy in the Virgin Islands using the government, created government jobs in order to employ people. They encourage young people to join the government and stay in the government and work 30 years. We are embarking on a new Virgin Islands economic framework. It's a framework where Virgin Islanders should be the ones who are building the hotels, starting the businesses, doing the construction companies, not by themselves, but with partners, but certainly as players to the table that allow for our economic growth. So I really want to say thank you again to Anthony Rafael for leading this. It's a tremendous piece of work today, and encourage people to come to our investor roundtable tomorrow.